Let's go. Week 7. We have more action tonight. My Bucks are on tonight. We had another wild, action, drama-packed slate of stuff going on. We're back in studio today. We had Run It Back. Things are looking great. The NBA season kicking off. I believe we have... Where were we in the World Series portion of the program or no? Not yet? Oh, later this week, World Series kicks off. Love that. But we have to talk NFL records broken, big comebacks. We're going to get into it all with NBC sports analyst extraordinaire Chris Sims, straight off the SNF FNIA set to us here on the Up and Adam show. I want to know about the Broncos, what happens in the fourth quarter, the Patrick Mahomes Rashee Rice. Who's going to take them out of the race to the Super Bowl? Who is it? Like, are Bills on line 1? Lamar back to face the Bears on line 2. Who in the AFC is going to compete with these Chiefs? And Jalen Hurts, perfect performance. We'll get into that as well. 2025 NFL season is one of my favorites ever. Why? Because Hamilton, I'm going to bring you in here right at the top. Kristen was on the show. I don't know who is good. That was my takeaway. We spoke for an hour and a half this morning. We texted all day yesterday. I don't know who's good. I'm sitting there with my niece, Natalia, 4 years old. She was calling, like, the teams the goats and the unicorns. She was just naming, doing whatever she wanted. And I'm like, yeah, they might as well be called the unicorns. I don't know who's good. I could not steer her in the direction outside of, really, the Chiefs blanking the Raiders. Who's good? Like, really good. The Colts are really good. Chargers, yeah. I don't know if you're... Broncos, you won, and I don't know if you're really good. Bears, your winners of 4 straight. Are you good? Packers, class of the NFC. Are you a good team? Like, I don't know what's happening, and it's wide open, and that's what makes it beautiful. Your thoughts?
Yeah, and I think... I don't know. I have more of a positive approach. I think there...
Excuse me.
What?
That was not a negative take.
No, I know, but I think a lot of teams are good. And I think, like, there's this idea that when there's parity, that teams aren't good, everybody's kind of mediocre. I think we have a lot of good teams. And I know the Packers we need to see more from for sure.
That's not what I was saying. I was saying it's the best season ever because we don't know what these teams are, and somehow we are rearing towards a Week 8 situation. Thanks for making me appear negative on this beautiful Monday morning here in Los Angeles.
I'm addressing the larger theme that is out there that I have seen, that, like, there's mediocrity. I don't think it's mediocrity. I think there are a lot of good teams out there, and we're going to get into some of them. I think the Rams need to be a bigger part of the conversation. But I love
the Rams. I love the Bucks. I can't get enough. I'm sad for the Vikings. I'm trying to see, like... I don't know who. I love the Patriots. Are the Patriots, like, having meetings internally saying, like, should we make a big trade and just go to the Super Bowl? Like, what are we, what?
They should be.
Steelers, Commanders, that makes me sad, poor one. And, like, Jaden aside, Jaden will be back, their defense, their defense is a huge, huge problem. So there's holes, which I guess is negative inherently. That's great. We're going to pick up some of even some of the losers, like Giants, I'm looking at you. You lost. I feel for you. I also spilled coffee all over myself this morning, so I'm not only caffeinated on the inside. That means it's going to be a great show. It's really, like, coming through the sinuses this morning. Okay, so we're going to get into this. Big games tonight left, by the way. Let's take a look. We've got lots and lots going on, but what a win last night from the Niners. They take down the Falcons. They just ripped apart the Bills a week ago. And I truly think that Kyle Shanahan and Robert Saleh and that crew are pulling off some of the greatest coaching performances maybe in NFL history right now. I'm convinced they're going to keep it rolling no matter who's out there. I mean, this defense had 3 players in their starting lineup and had just started a full season's worth of games into their career. No Fred Warner, no Bosa. This group of young guys, and really unheralded guys. You don't know the names that you're buying in the NFL shop store right now. These are journeymen. They grounded an offense that just put up 500 yards on Buffalo. It was really fun to see. Bethune, Tatum, Huff, Bryce, Lenore, all outstanding. What a masterclass from Saleh. Offensively, guys, though, Shanahan manages the game perfectly. George Kittle being back, as we all knew, what a difference maker, even without catching a pass. Not a coincidence that CMC, by the way, had his best game of the season with Kittle back out there blocking his ass off. 211 total yards, 2 touchdowns for Christian. He had 2.3 more yards per carry on the night than his season average. And I cannot overstate what CMC has done for this team. Let's take a look at some numbers here as we look at these insane runs, too. He's 6th in the league in receiving after leading the Niners again in that category last night, too. He took the league lead in scrimmage yards away from an absolute star and powerhouse in Bijan Robinson. He is top 5 in TDs, 2 yards away from cracking the top 10 in rushing. The 1,000 thing, 1,000, it's been done before. Okay, forget that. Christian McCaffrey, look at me. I'm going to say this into the camera lens. 1,000, done it, been there, done that. Christian has a chance to be the first player ever to be top 10 in both rushing and receiving yards in the same year. It's never happened. People were trying to say he's cooked going into this year. I don't think so. With CMC and whatever, honestly, Shanahan's working with right now, these Niners are here to stay in the NFC, and we'll break down the way that is shaping up standings-wise, early, mid-ish season playoff picture-wise in a bit. How about the Broncos? Let's get into some of these takeaways from Week 7 before we bring in Chris Sims, who's going to give his opinions, maybe answer some of my questions. Ham, I got to hang out with the Broncos' wives. You know, Izzy is pregnant, they revealed, and I'm just picturing these awesome, walking into what is they're strapping in for a roller coaster week in, week out with this team. Like, can we give them a nice win for 4 quarters? And I'm sure, and Coach Payton did say, Coach Payton did say that it's not going to be, I think he said it's not going to be pleasant today. We won, we got up. It's not going to be a pleasant time at the old facility that they have out there in beautiful Denver, Colorado. They get the win. Could we just, like, make it so that I don't lose, like my blood pressure isn't up, that I'm not, like, calling a doctor for some, like, extra NAD this morning? Like, I don't need peptides after watching this game if I'm, like, rooting for the Broncos. And I like both of these teams, and I got skewered for saying I feel for Jaxson Dart after this loss and with everything going on with their kicker in that game. But this on the Broncos side, I just wanted your face. Sorry, Hamilton, you don't have to chime in here. I'm sorry, love you. Broncos, one of the best comebacks I've ever witnessed, right? Broncos lore, I've not been a fan my whole life. You guys tell me about these Broncos games and what has happened in the past, maybe in the Manning years, Elway, whatever. This game was so crazy. They have to figure it out, though, over 3 quarters with this offense. I don't know what's happening. I believe, I have faith that they'll figure it out, because this is not, it works fine. Cute, Giants, whatever, that kick. It's not going to happen against the Chiefs. Even Sean Payton against Patrick, and he's got that figured out and always has. He's a little bit of his kryptonite. I don't like it. I don't like it against the Bills. I don't like it against the class of the AFC. It was like they were sleeping 75% of the game. That's mean to say, because they're so great, and I expect a lot from them. And we'll get to that in a moment. I have to say, I don't know how many quarterbacks that I'm taking over Bo Nix right now as far as who I want with the ball in their hands in the 4th quarter. Baker Mayfield, your name comes to mind. But Bo, let's just watch this. 2 rushing touchdowns on the day. 4 touchdowns in the final frame alone. He was surprised. He was like, I don't know how we put up 30 points in the 4th quarter. Yeah, could you do it over the first 3? Since they started tracking 4th quarter splits, he is crushing it, okay? And it's not like it's an isolated incident just yesterday. He led the game-winning drive in London a week ago. He led Denver to 18 straight 4th quarter points to beat the Eagles the week before that. There is something that comes alive in these clutch situations. Play calling as well. No matter how rough things have been. That was such a great grab. Oh, my gosh. Am I allowed to say? I'm not allowed to ask Broncos fans. Is this giving Elway? Is this Elway-esque? Giants fans might hate me for saying this as we're on the brunt of the end of this. Is this giving young Eli? Okay, just think about it. His passer rating jumps nearly 25 points in the 4th quarter. Nearly half of his touchdowns have come in the final frame this year. Nearly half of the Broncos' points do too, as you can see in the last row. This all begs the question, why do they have to be a bottom 5 offense through 3 quarters? Chris Sims has to answer that question. I hope he knows that. I'm not arguing at 5-2, though. A team that can consistently, hopefully, get it together on offense, and they've got that defense that can take them really far. And by the way, the win does move them into the AFC West. It moves them to the head of the class here. Chargers lose to the Colts in a wild fashion. Chiefs are coming, though, KC. Woof, favorites at minus 125. What are we looking at here? Broncos are at the... Hemi, what is this? Broncos are at the top? Chiefs aren't favored to win the division?
So the Chiefs are still favored to win the division at minus 125, even though the Broncos are in first place right now.
Okay, love that. Broncos in first place at 5-2. Love that. Chiefs third in the standings. This is why Patrick is the MVP fave. I don't even know. Baker could have the best game ever tonight against a great team, and still Patrick will probably lead the MVP vibes, projection-wise, on FanDuel Sportsbook. I'll be excited to see that. I do want to talk what happened in London, the early morning game. Hopefully you cashed in with our PBT, our Boost in Around the World PBT. Can't you just see this Rams team in the Super Bowl? I can. They dismantled a good Jags team. And that sort of underscored something for me. And it's that there is not a single team in the NFC. That's a lie. I trust the Bucs inherently, but they haven't played yet this week. Of all the teams that played so far, I don't trust anyone more than the Rams. They are so nails. They have the experience, the intestinal fortitude. They've been there before. No Puka. Stafford still throws 5 touchdown passes. I'm in. Rams, you have our attention. It shouldn't be a surprise to anyone Devontae was able to haul in 3 of those touchdowns. We knew. We said, no Puka. They've got to get this chemistry going, and they did their thing, these OGs, these wily vets. Loved seeing it. Devontae Adams, still a top 10 receiver in this league. He can still carry this offense when Puka is out. It's giving Chris Carter and Randy Moss vibes when they're out there together healthy. This game, not having Puka, will only help build that chemistry and get it going. We knew what they had on paper. It's translating. It's even better than I actually thought. The bigger development here, though, in this game that makes me really love them for like a Super Bowl run is the defense. For the second week in a row, they completely controlled the game. Liam Cohen's offense couldn't get anything going. LA racked up 7 sacks from 6 different players. They're swarming. This is unbelievable. Number 2 defense on the year, by the way. Last year at this time, middle of the pack. They're the only team that's been able to slow down and beat the Colts so far, too. The only team, by the way. And it's been all the young talent. Les Snead said, okay, let's go. Byron Young leading the league in sacks after yesterday. Verse, Fisk, Kobe Turner. They've been nightmares to deal with. So huge, huge credit to Chris Shula for continuing to get the best out of these guys. And pairing this kind of defense with all the offensive talent, McVay's brain, they're going to make this team a huge threat in January. Let's take a look at the odds here. Okay, these are the standings. They're only getting the 4th best odds to win the conference right now, plus 650 on FanDuel Sportsbook. That's huge value. Packers faves, which is weird. I don't know. The NFC is anybody's to grab here. It's going to come down to the Rams and the Bucs for me, of course, and the Eagles, who are the team to beat. NFC standings, pretty wild to look at. If the Lions and the Seahawks win tonight, everybody, we'd have 6 teams at 5-2. The Packers would slide into the 1 seed with that tie. And the Bears would be right on the outside looking in at 4-2. So absolute chaos in the best possible way, even though Hamilton tried to say that I was making it negative. I'm not. It's a beautiful thing. It's anybody's to grab. And I am not. I need the Packers to be better. I'm right now more confident in the other teams. Although, Hamilton, if they lost my A block, which is what we call this first part of the show, we would have been talking about the Packers defense in a not Pollyanna way if they didn't pull out that win.
Absolutely, and that's where Micah saved the day. That's why you got Micah. He just took over that game down the stretch. It was awesome to see.
He did. It was awesome to see. I loved it. I'm trying to think of what else I wanted to say about. Yeah, you believe in the. Give me the argument for Rams over. Give me the argument for Rams over Tampa.
I think it's, to me, they're right there, neck and neck with each other. It's hard for me to go on. The only thing that has me a little, the injuries with Tampa have been concerning, but we're hearing Mike Evans and Ibuka are trending in the right direction to play tonight, which would be absolutely huge in what is a massive game in that NFC hierarchy.
Well, you could say it's just that Stafford's been there before, and Baker hasn't.
Yeah,
They've won recently. They've got. I like Bulls.
The defense is playing better right now overall.
Yeah. I think
it's the health of Tampa. Tampa's got to get healthy.
They're going to get healthy at the right time. I love it. The Bucks have the Saints next week. I don't know, like we can't just like talk up the Niners. You know, I don't buy the Falcons as much as everybody else does. We'll be back with Chris Sims. I don't. I think that the Bucks have an easy path. I think we're trying. You know, I do. You don't. I don't buy the Falcons. Or I don't buy them. Yeah. I think Tampa's gonna run away and.
Yeah. And they already have that they got that head-to-head win in week 1, which is a huge boost too.
My favorite point,
like the tiebreakers, all that stuff.
My favorite point that we made is the Rams slow down the Colts.
Yeah. And also, I wonder if teams are going to start practicing at Camden Yards going forward instead of going to London.
Huh?
That strategy definitely paid off. Like the Rams stayed in Baltimore the whole week. Yeah. Just went there to play the game and came back.
We want to know why? The Rams don't fuck with jet lag. Okay? McVay looked in the mirror and said, Kay Adams did 9 time zones in 6 days. And she didn't believe in jet lag, so we will not do that. That was the pregame speech I heard. That he said, right. We don't believe in jet lag. We're going. Popping in, popping out. Jet lag has no hold over me. Jet lag is a social construct. There's no such thing. I got in at 3 in the morning. I'm fresh as a daisy.
It's all about the Kay Adams effect.
I think you just don't let it have control over you. It's like anything. It's all in here. It's all upstairs.
There's a lot going on in there.
I don't drink more coffee, or I don't like do anything differently.
Yeah.
I can go off no sleep though.
I agree with that. I think that's the key is like, people try to like adjust what they're doing for it. You gotta you can't.
Sleep is very important, but I do think some people overthink that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I never really have, but I have a routine though. I'm not gonna lie. Like literally, Cat's laughing. Oh, it's fine. It's great. Thank you so much. These next couple of weeks, I'm like, I am parking it. Like I am working out every day. I'm not going near a carb. I need to get back into like what a real human adult lives like. Because people just now are throwing cinnamon rolls at me, flying them into me, finding me with them, cookies, all sorts of things. Can we talk?
What was the best thing you ate from this Notre Dame weekend? I want to hit it. Did the Night's Watch bring you sandwiches?
The Night's Watch, what's going on it's too cold. They gotta fire up a grill. They're not really big on fires with the Night's Watch. It's cold up there over the wall. I did. I went to the linebacker. We have 20 seconds. I gotta go.
Yep.
I gotta go. Here we go.
You can get any merch from any nightclubs? No.
What?
Never works, man. Sorry. Mahomes says, Coach, it doesn't work.
There they go.
He was faking it.
There they go. You had given up on that one. You thought for sure it was a draw, didn't you?
Andy Reid.
Draw him offside.
Unbelievable. Pete Carroll even knows this.
I was in Chicago, house full of Chiefs fans. I'm sure my sister-in-law Amanda's watching. She ate this up. This was like hilarious, and now we are going to talk about this and all of the Week 7 things with Football Night in America on NBC Analyst. Me and my nieces were watching you yesterday. You were razzle-dazzling on the big screen in their living room. Co-host of PFT Live, host of Chris Sims Unbuttoned. What a day of football, and let's start with that. That was like the funniest thing I saw yesterday. Mahomes faking frustration about hard counts. That was insane. Great acting.
Great acting. That's why they're awesome. I mean, they're always fun to watch. And if you went to their practices, Kay, that's where they're hilarious too, because you'll see a few plays and things and just go, what? Like, I've never seen that before. Are they really practicing that right now? And that's where Andy Reid has the magic touch of being able to be tough on his players, but yet he listens to his players. He lets them have a little fun with creativity. And Mahomes and Travis Kelce just own that. And the watch out, because the Chiefs are one of the hottest teams in football right now. Look like they got it all figured out again.
It was very Andy Reid. It was very fun, which was a big point of emphasis when I did visit the practices at training camp and talk to Patrick Mahomes in the offseason. They weren't having fun to start this season, and now here we go. Rice is back. These 2 scores, they were explosive even though they didn't get a win against the Jags. I liked what I was seeing. Is this, you're saying they're one of the hottest teams. It's another level. 4th straight game scoring at least 4 touchdowns. Is this the best offense in the NFL right now?
Ooh, no, it's not the best offense in the NFL right now. The best offense in the NFL right now is the Indianapolis Colts, right? They can do everything right now. Now, the Daniel Jones is not Patrick Mahomes, so that evens the playing field a little bit. But that Colts offense is really good. You see that Cowboys offense is really good too, right? So those are some that are in there. But the Chiefs are certainly upward trajectory, and I think have figured out a few things over the last 3 to 4 weeks. And one of the things that I like for a few weeks early on in the season was going, they got to find something that they're elite at, right? They weren't running the ball well. The receivers were banged up, so they couldn't throw the football down the field. And to me, really good offenses are always elite at something. And what they become elite at is the short passing game. And within the short passing game, defenses get sick of, oh, man, 5 yards here, 4 yards here. He's holding the ball so quick and getting out. Look, you're seeing a few plays just like that right now that you're showing the highlights. But within that, defenses get sick of being picked apart, right? So then all of a sudden they go, wait, he's picking us apart. We got to play more aggressive. And now a big play happens down the field to Travis Kelce open. Or we fake a screen and then throw to somebody going up the seam, right, for a big play. So they have found their mojo, plus they're healthy at the receiver position. Rashee Rice is a star. And now they have a guy that can formulate the offense completely around. I think it's going to make everything look better. We know their defense is good. So their offense is real good, Kay, but I'm not going to give it the title of the best offense in football right now.
In the AFC, who can take them out? Is it the Colts? Outside of the Colts? Like, I'm looking at just the standings.
Right.
With where we're talking projections, like, who am I eyeing that's going to keep them from the Super Bowl?
I was like the AFC is underwhelming, right? I look at the NFC and go, man, there's a lot of good teams in the NFC that I have less questions about. The AFC, you can almost go through every team here and go, oh, I got questions about all of them, right? But I look at it and go, yeah, if you're gonna make me 2 teams that are just on my radar that could take Kansas City out, yes, Indianapolis is certainly one of them. Indianapolis's defense is not awesome, but it's good, and they don't let you score touchdowns. They're kind of bend, don't break. The analogy I keep using is like they bend, you kick a field goal, then they score a touchdown. Then you kick a field goal, and then they score a touchdown. And they're like, hey, we're up 14-6. We're scoring touchdowns. You're only getting field goals. So I do think they're one of those teams. I think the New England Patriots, with the way they're playing on the offensive side of the ball and Mike Vrabel and what they do, and he'll know how to manage a playoff football game, and they'll be ready for January football. Yeah, they'd be a team that if I was the Chiefs, I'd go, oh, my gosh, we got to deal with Vrabel and a hot quarterback, and Josh McDaniels is the OC. So that, to me, is the 2 teams I look at to be maybe the most dangerous. There's some other ones that are, on the radar there, but I think those are the top 2 culprits for me.
Do you want to talk to Bills Mafia right now? Why not the Bills?
Yeah. No, well, listen, Bills Mafia knows this already. I mean, they know Chris Sims has been down on their team in general the whole year. They're too Josh Allen centric, as you see. It's always Josh Allen. You better score a lot of points so we can get ahead and you can save our defense. You got to make magic happen, right? We don't have a superstar receiver who we can frame a game plan around. They run the ball well, and they have a good offensive line, but it is too much on Josh Allen. And then, I look at it and I'm not in love with their defense. Their defensive scheme, the way they're coached, is really good. But you see, whenever they have to play a team that they have to worry about stopping the run, like Atlanta last week or the week before that with the New England Patriots,
good teams,
then they get gashed in the pass game, right? Because they have to overplay the run game to such an extent that now they're in such a bad spot in the pass game, and they don't have great cover corners like that, to where they have issues there too. So I like Buffalo. I know they're going to be a pain in the butt, but there's holes in their football team for me.
There are these holes. I've been saying, is this a hole that they're saying, okay, look at the landscape of the NFC or of the AFC, let's go make a trade? I was thinking that, like a receiver, but what you're saying is convincing me that isn't the issue. Like, obviously, getting a receiver would help, but you're making it seem like it's more of like a scheme issue.
Yeah, well, I feel like they need, compared to some of the other top teams, they just don't have enough difference-making players, right?
Yeah.
Who's going to close the game out for them on the defensive side of the ball, right? Who's the guy that, like we saw Green Bay in the big moments at the end of the game? Micah Parsons makes it. We see Chris Jones do it for the Chiefs for years and years, right? And T.J. Watt does it for the Steelers.
That's what they got Bosa for.
Well, yeah, but Bosa, like that, he hasn't been that guy for 7 years. It's been a long time since he's been that guy. So, yes, again, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of good. There's a lot of meat and potatoes, right? But there's not enough sizzle. And that's what I'm talking about. This is a league where the league is so close, right? The games come down to a few plays and a few playmakers making some plays in some big moments. And that, to me, is where Buffalo has lacked compared to the other top teams in football the last few years. So, yes, receiver maybe is an option there. I also look at man, is there a defensive tackle out there? Is there another cover corner out there that they can use and help their secondary out a little bit? I'll be interested to see their approach during the trade deadline, Kay.
They have multiple holes, sounds like. So Jacoby Myers, does that do it for you?
Ooh, he would be a nice addition, but I don't know if he's a game changer, right? That's where I'm not sure. Like, they have enough of that. Keon Coleman, Khalil Shakir, again, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Real good players, do a lot of good stuff. But, like, who's the guy that can catch a slant and run 70 yards for a touchdown?
Jalen Waddle.
The only way what'd you say?
Jalen Waddle.
I mean, yeah, maybe. That would be interesting. I hear it. That's what they need, though, that kind of guy. Now, I don't know if the Dolphins would trade within the division, but, yeah, you're getting the gist there of what I'm thinking a little bit for sure.
I like that you mentioned the Patriots. I want to talk about that. It's exciting. Yeah. It's fun. I think it's really, really fun that's the name. And Drake May is fun to watch. And there's not many quarterbacks playing better than he is. The decision-making, all that. He broke Tom's single game completion percentage record yesterday. How far do you have him? And where are you willing to put him in your quarterback rankings? Top 10, top 5?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's no doubt. I mean, as far as, like, the play this year, he is certainly a top 10 quarterback in the league. I mean, what we've seen over the last 4 or 5 weeks, you'd go, man, he's playing like a top 5 guy the last few weeks. I mean, he carried the squad on the road in Buffalo. You see yesterday what he does with all the big plays down the football field. And it's not like these are dink and dunk throws that we're seeing, and they're like managing them and let's make his stats look good and try to figure it out that way. No, you could see here from these throws, they attack down the field, and he's fearless of putting the ball in the tight windows. I mean, he's totally on his game. He's as hot as anybody in the sport right now. And then he makes some plays with his legs, and he's fearless in the pocket. So, yeah, between that, and then you go, wait, they can run the ball, and they got Trevion Henderson and Ramondre Stevenson, who are good running backs. Their defense, I think, is getting better and better. And with Gonzalez healthy at corner, with Carlton Davis at the other corner, man, they got 2 guys that can play some man-to-man on the outside, where then they can tinker and play with the other 9 guys on defense. So, yeah, I look at them right now and going, they have an identity. They know who they are. They're coached well. They know how to manage a football game. They're tough. Mike Vrabel's Bill Parcells Jr. to me. He's got the magic touch with the players, and I just look at it and go, yeah, I'm flying high about the New England Patriots right now.
Elsewhere in the AFC, I don't know what to make of the Broncos. Fun.
Yeah.
Heart attack. Fourth quarter, something flips. Denver outscores me. I mean, 33-13 is insane for the fourth quarter. What flips in the fourth? Because it's not just yesterday.
Yeah. I think that they just attack more. I think there's a little bit of like they try to stay balanced. They've been fortunate here where, fourth quarter, you get late in the game. They were down against the Eagles. They were down against the Giants. I think you get defenses that go in a little bit of a prevent mode, don't let up the big play. And then that allows Denver to start getting into a rhythm. And all of a sudden now the defense tries to change back to go, hey, let's play a more aggressive now. But now Denver's in a rhythm and they got to go in and they're feeling their mojo. That's a little bit there. But Kay, this would be another team here that I would look at and go, the defense is really damn good, even though it didn't play good yesterday. And Jaxson Dart made a lot of damn plays, that's for sure. But they're another team that I would say, just like Buffalo, they need another playmaker on offense. They don't really scare you in either aspect. Like the run game, Yeah, J.K. Dobbins is good, but he's not scary. I'm not a defensive coordinator. It's like, oh my gosh, J.K. Dobbins, we're in trouble tomorrow, right? He's really good. No disrespect. Not trying to say that. Pass game the same way. Cortland Sutton's good, but teams aren't changing their game plans and going, oh man, we got to double team him and we got to do this in this situation because he's such an unbelievable player. To me, they are another team I'd look at here to go, they got a lot of things. It's there to be had in the AFC, but they need another playmaker on the offensive side of the ball, and I think that's some of the frustration you're seeing in their offense.
I feel like R.J. Harvey is supposed to be scary.
Hoping.
I feel like they haven't unleashed him potentially yet, but I don't know if I think they need another piece, Chris, because what I'm seeing in the fourth quarter, I just want to see in the first three. So is it, we could talk about finding a rhythm. Like, I need to trust Bo in January. They're not going to do this against the Chiefs and win. They're not. They're not going to do it against the class of the AFC and go very far. They're just not. He's going to have to bring it. Bo is. What can get him in the rhythm in the first quarter? Is it more play calling? Is it letting it rip?
I think it's more opening.
Are we protecting him?
That. Right. It feels like they're a little bit measured, maybe early in the game. A little too worried about doing the right play, getting the offense in the right situation. I'm with you, and let him like we talked about with the Chiefs before. We got to find something in the offense we're elite at. Once you're elite at something, you make the defense bend and do things that they don't want to do. And right now, I don't think Denver really has that, to your point. And I'm not sure what the answer is, because I think they've had moments of going, hey, let's let it rip, but yet, like, they don't have necessarily receivers that can just get open all the time on a whim. There's a little of that. So, hey, they're still early on in the Sean Payton process. Bo Nix is still young.
And they're winning.
So maybe there are some improvements they can, make as far as just continuing to grow in the offense, like you're talking about here. But yeah, it's interesting, but it's frustrating. They go through too many lulls, and that's why I kind of get into this. Like yesterday in the game, yes, it's 26-8. Like I talked about, the Giants they do things the right way. They play prevent, they make them work and go down the football field, and okay, they score. Right? The Giants still at 26-16. It's 10. There's 5 minutes left in the game. It's there to be had. The Giants are going to win the game as long as something crazy doesn't happen, and Jaxson Dart throws the interception on third down. Right? And really, I don't think there's any way Denver can come back and win the game unless that happens and they get the short field quick score there. They get that. That was the play of the game that changed everything and totally swung the momentum back in Denver's favor.
I wonder if, you tell me that's total, last year, Bo ran more, I feel like.
Yeah, right.
Does that help a quarterback get in a rhythm?
It does.
Do we do that more, maybe?
When quarterback design runs, I'm all for that.
Okay.
I think we're there. What happens a little too sometimes is it's year two. They know he's their guy. He's the franchise. And they probably are a little reluctant to go, hey, let's throw him out there in the run game and let him get hit and then get hurt. And then we're really screwed, right? Whereas a rookie, they're like, we need you to run. You're a rookie. You can't do much. So we really need that element. But yeah, that's another thing that they got to continue to dabble and tinker here with how they want to attack on the offensive side of the ball. Because we know Sean Payton has always been an offensive genius, and he can't be happy with the way this offense looks right now.
Yeah, he said it'll be unpleasant in there today. But you can be happy with the fact that 3 straight games of the fourth quarter comeback game winning drive. You can be happy that you're 5-2. It's something that we didn't see last year, that you have it. It's sort of like, I, as a fan, want to know, you can win these kind of games? Great. I love to see that. I think that's important. But I remember, the reason I'm asking about the running thing, or getting in a rhythm, but Josh Allen's talked about that. Different body type, different whatever.
But it does.
But he's talked about how it gets you kind of going. I wonder if they dabble with that. One thing for sure, they're going to... Sean Payton's offense is going to dabble, which we'd love to see.
The big thing is, Kay, is we just got to know, I don't think what they're doing is sustainable. So to your point and to my point is something's got to change, right? To just think we're going to come back in the fourth quarter against the best teams in football in the biggest moments of the year, I don't think that's realistic to think that's going to happen, right? So that's where I think we're both saying the same thing. They got to figure something else out here because they can't keep doing this to their football team. I
made the mistake of tweeting after this game, man, I feel for Jaxson. And I got the full, people hate Jaxson Dart. People, he's so polarizing already. I love it. I think he thrives off. I don't think people like confident people. I just think that's what it is. What do you take away from him and his performance, even in a loss?
Yeah, I mean, I love Jaxson Dart. I mean, I love him. And listen, I was one that I didn't love him coming out in the draft.
Yeah.
I had my questions. His playmaking ability is elite. His leadership and his approach to the game emotionally and everything that way is awesome. I mean, I don't know how people can hate on him when you go, wait, the whole locker room loves him and they're rallying around the guy. Does that stop being haters, everybody out there? Oh, so what? He wears a necklace or he paints his eye or he talks some trash or he's on TikTok. I mean, what the hell? Like, what are you angry about? What are people so angry about all the time? I mean, they're one of the most fun teams to watch in the sport right now. And that's where yesterday's frustrating. Yesterday, as a Giant fan, as you know, was the first time in a while I was heartbroken after a game. But yet I think it speaks to something in that I was expecting something, and I like the team and what they're doing. He's been magical. Yeah, they've been fun to watch. Cam Scatterboo along with that has added a lot of juice to the organization. But yes, they got to figure out how to win games. Jaxson Dart started 4 games so far. They're 2-2 in those games. And I would say the 2 that they lost, they outplayed the other team and lost the football game. And that's where the coaching is going to go under the microscope, and you're going to hear Brian Daboll, and is he the guy to lead the Giants into the future and all that stuff? Right.
To come back after that interception and lead that drive tells me, like,
right?
Everything I need to know.
I mean, that 4th and 19 throw, he moves in the pocket and throws like a ball across the field on 4th and 19 on the money. Yes, and I like when they score touchdowns, he comes off the sideline and he's swearing and cussing and let's effing go. And you could see the team rallying around it. Like, that's what makes great quarterbacks great. What do you think everybody loved Tom Brady in New England for? He'd come off the field and be like, yes, let's give it to these MFers. Let's kick the – and the team was like, yeah, that's right. And it energizes the sideline, and that's what he's doing for the Giants right now. But, yeah, that one hurt yesterday.
Does it put a target on his back, though, with opposing teams? Like, it sounded like leading up to this, like the Broncos were like, okay, let's – you know, like – that's why people don't act. Every NFL player has that confidence. Not everybody shows it because it is like you're going to get a bigger lick potentially from a team, right? Like it's a bigger target. Is there truth to that, or is that just my perception?
No, that's real. Yeah. And I think especially when you're like that, everybody wants to hit the quarterback. And then when the quarterback's loud and boisterous, they want to hit him more. And then when he's loud and boisterous and in New York and getting attention like out the wazoo, right? It was almost like Odell Beckham Jr. No, everybody couldn't wait to knock Odell Beckham Jr.'s head off, right? Yeah. When he was in New York in his prime. It's that same type of thing. Yeah, certainly. But, you know, the New Yorkers, we love the way his attitude is. It's in your face. It's, oh, the lights are on, Broadway. Here we go. Let's play some ball.
I love it.
And that's where it's awesome. But, yeah, he's going to have some players that are going to go, I want to knock his head off. But after the game, they're going to go, man, I respect the way he plays. I like it a lot. And, yeah, he's going to have to deal with a little bit of that.
Chris Sims, you mentioned Jaxson Dart and TikTok. So, of course, I have to show you the latest TikTok with the Football Night in America crew.
Oh,
okay, Maria leading the charge. Your quarterback leading the charge. Okay.
This is an every week thing right now. This is an every week thing. So you can look up for the last 5 weeks of doing it. I mean, this one, I don't know what the hell this move was there. I'm just making stuff up as I go, okay? All right?
No. First of all, I don't buy that. I would like to buy the rights from Maria's cell phone or whoever's cell phone for the behind the scenes. Take me through the behind the scenes of how this gets. This is not the first one you guys did. This is not the first take. You will not sell me on that.
We do it every Sunday night. Every Sunday night, this is what Maria has brought. Jordan, who's in charge of our social media, and they kind of go, hey, this is what we're going to do today.
Yeah.
And all us squares look at it and go, what? Wait, what? Hold on. I can't do those moves. How does it go? And they coach us up a little bit. And then we sit here in this studio I'm in right now, and we do it, and we make ourselves look like fools on a weekly basis. But we're having fun. We're having fun on Sunday, and yeah, we're enjoying it.
And Maria's got NBA on NBC starting tomorrow. What advice would you give Carmelo Anthony and Vince Carter in the TikTok process?
Oh, well, yeah. You just when you deal with Maria, you just better be ready. You just got to be ready for anything. Unadvised camera. She'll film you when you're not looking. She'll make fun of you when you're not looking. And Maria is, is as quick-witted as they come. so she can shoot, shots fired. And if you're not ready to shoot back, she'll keep kicking your butt all day long. So that's what I would tell the NBA crew. Be on your P's and Q's with Maria Taylor. Be on your toes.
I have one more question for you. I know you got to run. Jalen Hurts always seems to have his best games right before you come on my show. I don't know. Best of the best. I don't know. He had a perfect passer rating yesterday. AJ invited to the party early. Devontae, they combined for over 300 yards. What changes did Philly make yesterday? Is it going to remain? What's going on?
Well, they took shots down the field. I think that's the biggest thing. They need to be a little bit more aggressive. I think it will, one, scare a defense, back them off the run game, and Saquon Barkley a little bit. Now, within this, you see this is the fourth down. That was the first drive of the game. Okay, now here we are. This is the second quarter. This goes to no points at all. And this was one of their only positive plays until this right here, okay? So, again, almost like we talked about with Denver, it was an awesome day. Jalen Hurts made plays and all that. But is this realistic to be sustainable on a week-to-week basis that we're just going to – I'll be able to scramble and buy time and we'll have one-on-one shots down the football field? Again, like I said, they went up 14-3, and then they got 7 yards for, like, the next 2 quarters, and then they exploded. So, again, I like the aggressive shots down the football field, but I still think there needs to be more to their offense because just, hey, we're going to throw deep shots every game against the best teams in football is not going to be a sustainable way to get to the Super Bowl is all I'm saying.
Great analysis, Chris. We appreciate you so much. You can see and hear more of your opinions on Chris Sims Unbuttoned, on PFT Live, and on Football Night in America on NBC. And he is a TikTok sensation, the fantastic Chris Sims. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Yes, we've got a big game tonight, of course, to wrap up Week 7, too, actually. We'll get to a break, and we will be back on the other side to keep breaking down everything that happened. We didn't even talk about last night. We all got Jaden, Tua.
Man, there's nobody better on a Monday morning than Chris.
Yeah, we didn't ask about that call, huh? So what I said last week is happening, right?
What's that?
About a hard out?
Yeah.
I know. So, but I flagged it because.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I don't know how that's true. Okay. That's not going to take 3. It's going to take 1. What? Oh, yeah. That's going to take like a minute. I probably take 2. That'll take 2. Okay, Ham. I think we should get in. What have we not gotten into?
Yeah, we haven't talked Commanders. Did a little Packers. Bears.
Oh, Bears. We could do a little Bears.
Yeah.
Bears fans rolling their eyes. Bucks at Saints. Who do the Bears have next? Oh, yeah, Lamar back.
Yeah, Ravens. Yeah.
We could do that in the D-block.
Yeah.
We could have been ahead of this, is my point. Everyone, right? We're okay? We understand? Yes. Thank you.
There. Yeah. Yes. There was a massive attempt to be ahead of it.
Fool me once, fool me twice. That's the truth of it. Gosh, the Colts being I love them so much.
And Daniel with all the
I think Kat's bringing me like literally a McDonald's sandwich right now, and I can't. Not ready yet, right? No, I think we're doing it right now. I don't think I've eaten McDonald's in 20. This is actually going to make me very upset today. Do you ever written up? Kat, you're just going to tell me what this is?
It is.
Diet starts at 10, they're saying. All right, time for our secret menu. Here's the deal. You know when you go to a restaurant, you pull up and you're like, I'll take this, and it's not on the menu, but you know that's on there. It's the best thing ever, like a.k.a. In-N-Out, a.k.a. apparently McDonald's for breakfast. We have somehow convinced the overlords at FanDuel Sportsbook to let us do a secret menu on Monday nights, meaning I can't explain. These are custom things. It's not like, oh, I'm putting out a part. No, you cannot find this on a competitor anywhere else in the market. You can only find them on FanDuel Sportsbook. These are combos, and what really differentiates them are the and or the or. We can do like a 1-2 punch combo kind of vibe. So Bucks, Lions, Texans, Seahawks. Gosh, these are great games tonight. The one that I want to focus on, and there's three secret menu items. This is the best one. If Baker Mayfield or, remember that word or, you can only get on FanDuel Sportsbook, Baker Mayfield or Jared Goff score an anytime touchdown, whether it's rushing or receiving, you win. Those odds are unbelievable. Plus 450 right now. You don't think Dan Campbell and Johnny Moe are going to cook a little something up for Goff after he was robbed last week? You don't think Baker is going to be running one in like a maniac? He absolutely will. I can't wait to watch these games tonight. I've had a little too much football this weekend, to be completely honest. But where's this? You said this was in the script. Where is it? I don't have it. What is it? What is it? Okay, so this is an actual... is this happening right now, Ham? Is it Monopoly time?
I don't know. I guess it is.
Do you know that every morning,
every
morning in Chicago, I took the Chicago Public CTA to school, and my mom would give me 85 cents for like hot lunch, okay? 85 cents. And she'd put it in a little plastic bag and it'd be on the table because she worked the night shift at a factory, and like I would just, in the morning, that would be on the table, this like little bag of 85 cents. I would take that 85 cents, not eat lunch for one day, and then have like over $1.50 and walk my butt to McDonald's and play the Monopoly game. And do, and I would just, this is the best time of my childhood, is playing the McDonald's Monopoly game, buying like a hash brown and getting those two, remember those? Like two little like, is this back? The pool tabs, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That was a formative moment in my childhood, the McDonald's Monopoly game. Did I ever win anything? No. Oh, okay, so this is a secret menu item that you can walk into, since we have our secret FanDuel items. They have them. This is national TV, it's fine.
Which ones did you get?
You won food. Oh, that's all I need, more McDonald's food. I won... I won $2.69 to $2.99. Scan the code. Nope, I'm out. You got to scan it. You got to download an app. I'm out. This might be worth $1 million, and I'll never know. I'll never know. Okay, what is this? Tell me what this is, please. Hash brown McMuffins. What does that mean? It's just a McMuffin that you throw a hash brown in?
Yeah.
There's cheese on this. I don't even eat cheese. This is a secret. I feel like Adam Sandler and Big Daddy. I mean, that's delicious.
Got that McDonald's breakfast. There you go.
It's a steaming. Yeah, I mean, how could you not love that? It tastes like...
You add a hash brown to anything, it's instantly better.
Hash brown McMuffin is the way to go. And congratulations, McDonald's, on your free publicity on the show. Okay. We're going to take a short break. I want to get into the Bears. I want to get into tonight, and maybe even a little dabble of Commanders' defense, because guess what? You got the Chiefs next week, and they're going to literally crush you through the air. That's what's going to happen. I mean...
Oh, we do...
No, I did not go for a second bite of that. Are you out of your mind?
We do have that...
it actually is
that
delicious,
Fred
I get
Warner.
it.
Yeah. We have the Fred Warner thing that you asked for, too, if you want to...
Kat, thank you. And now, getting back to eating like a normal human and not tailgate food or airport food or my mom's Polish cooking, all of those things. Be gone! The girls wanted to play restaurant yesterday, so I ate a full lunch. And then they were bringing me real food. No, they were just, it was like Snicker bar. Like, do you want like fruit snacks? What do you order? We have real food. I'm like, great. I think people would be surprised to know that I eat very clean, actually. Because I like obviously show like the bad things that I eat, but I'm not like a person who, my OCD is I eat the same thing every day. And then I'm off of it, and now I'm like going crazy. Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is happening. Week 8, this makes me sad, Ham. The Monopoly game just made me so happy.
And you won. Look at that.
I was on a plane I was in the back of a plane last night with like a Happy Meal. With a bunch of college kids, like, what seemingly like 100, and I was just like losing my mind because the way that's why I said cooked this morning. I think is he cooked because I think I was sitting next to Gen Alpha or whatever. Like they were saying like take a drop of Dram. Dramamine is probably what they were saying. Like it was unhinged. This flight that I had. Anyway, I got in at 2:30 in the morning. I got home at 3:30 in the morning. Isn't that insane?
Absolutely nuts. Did you sleep on the plane at all?
No, because I was at like a college party. Yeah, that was that. You know, I'm a college football girly.
Here you go.
No one more than me.
It's happened.
Ohio State, #1. Notre Dame in the top 12, I believe. You know who else? You know who I saw? I went on the field. I saw, you know who? Marcus Freeman.
That head coach, yeah.
I want to say this. Marcus Freeman, I thought people slow-moed the TikToks of Marcus Freeman. No, he's slow-mo in real life. That is real time. No one's slowing down footage of on
It's
those
real time
edits.
aura.
Yes, speaking of aura, back on the Up and Adam show last night, big game, of course. I do want to point this out. They do this without Fred Warner, but probably because of Fred Warner. No one has ever looked cooler. If we see that, like, he's, of course, on the field saying, let's go. He's screaming on the big screen. But when they went on the broadcast, that lower photo, and he's got his foot propped up, has anyone injured ever looked so cool? Never in my NFL life. I had texts from several women about this, about what Fred Warner, who's, of course, like just an absolute doll and wonderful in every way. He was, of course, with his beautiful wife. They truly are like the most gorgeous couple. Swifties, leave me alone. They're the most gorgeous couple in the NFL. He looked amazing, Ham. And I feel like we did not get into this with Chris Sims, what happened last night. Hammy, are you around?
I am here. Yes.
Here's what really happened. Chris Sims left early, so now we're vamping for a couple minutes. You guys get unhinged, Kay Adams. By the way, Chris Sims referring to himself as Chris Sims. Love that.
That was new.
Didn't see that happening. Didn't we have something we want to talk about from last night's game? What was it?
Oh, we had that play.
Yeah,
the
I'd
CMC.
like I don't care at all. Can I get your thoughts about the CMC call?
Yeah, a lot of people are up in arms because the Niners offensive linemen were pulling him into the end zone, and technically you're not allowed to pull your own player forward, and it's supposed to be a penalty. But I'll say this. If we're allowing the tush push, what's the difference between pushing and pulling, really? So I'm okay with them not officiating this until we figure out what we're doing with the tush push. Just let them push and pull and do everything they want until you come up with some clarification on this.
So narrative matters. In a vacuum, we're saying this should be called. This is not okay. But but if we're allowing the tush push.
Yeah.
Because
you're technically not supposed to like push players either. So yeah, let's get some real consistent rules, some real consistent laws here, and then we can enforce it. Until then, free for all.
Letter of the law. I like this. I like this for you. We're not going by that. We're going by the narrative. Chris Sims on the show saying the Colts and the Patriots, the two teams that he thinks that can dethrone the Chiefs and what they've been able to do. We've got games tonight, of course. We didn't talk about the Bears. We'll talk about them a little bit tomorrow. They've done I'm in a 4-part series with them, 4 games. I don't know if we have their schedule coming up, but they've got the Ravens coming with Lamar coming back. Their defense, I like. Their run game, I like. I want to say this: they are. Let's see, who do they have? They have the Ravens, and they got to take care of Joe Flacco, slay that dragon. Then they got that feisty New York team, and then certainly some winnable games. I'm going to stick with what I'm saying because they're doing this brick by brick thing where they are getting better. And do we have the footage of them post game? It is bigger than the little wins. Look at these players. Look at Ben. Look at Caleb. They give Dennis Allen a game ball for what they do against this Saints team. This it's not always pretty, but yeah, there's a lot of. By the way, there's a lot of teams out there being like ugly. You're ugly.
Yeah.
Do you want me to point out some of the ugly wins around the league with these fan bases saying this was an ugly situation? Listen. They're doing it, and I want to say, and we do our underappreciated storylines on Wednesday, what DeAndre Swift, I'm completely ad-libbing here, I believe, you can look this up, I believe he's the best, having the best year. I think he's the best running back right now in the NFC North, and that's saying a lot when you have a Josh Jacobs who scored 2 touchdowns on a bad calf yesterday, dealing with an illness, when you have an Aaron Jones who's a household name, jerseys galore across the country, when you have a Jahmyr Gibbs down 1 game, I understand that, but that's not what we're talking about. DeAndre Swift is the best running back in the NFC North. Are there numbers that back that?
Yeah, he's heading into tonight. Jahmyr Gibbs will split it, but he does have more rushing yards than any of the other NFC North running backs right now.
And take that, and that's all that matters. We're getting these wins, and Caleb isn't even come to his true, self-optimized self. Hello, I'm into that. He's only going to get better. There's this, how good does he have to be sort of vibe. If you look at what Ben Johnson did, I saw this great tweet comparing what he did with Jared Goff in their first 6-7 games compared to Caleb. It is very similar. It is, give him some confidence, establish the run game around him. Swift is so fun. I want a Swift jersey. I was in Chicago yesterday. I was vibing with it. It's exactly what you want in Chicago, especially with that brand of football. This Caleb. You know what Caleb hasn't done? He hasn't turned over the ball. Caleb takes care of the ball. He's got 3 picks, I believe, on the season. He just won yesterday. I'm not saying I know what the expectation is, but he's on par with where he should be. And I actually think that they can make some noise here as he's coming into form.
Yeah, and I think if you were to tell people before the season that they'd be off to a 4-2 start, you would have thought, it was Caleb in this offense just kind of carrying them. But I think the fact that it has been these other things is a positive sign long term.
I'll let you guys know, Bucks Lions tonight, Detroit 5.5-point favorite. It looks like Mike Evans and Ibuka could play Texas Seahawks. The nightcap, Seattle, a 3-point fave at home. Get to the sportsbook, have some fun. I'm going to go be on a Stairmaster for the next hour and a half, and I will see you guys tomorrow.